So for today's video, we're doing an updated version of the original Grailed Wishlist video that I did a couple of months back. A lot has changed since then, not necessarily my style or my taste, but my Grailed Wishlist is completely different, so I thought it makes sense to start a new one. So let's jump right in. So on this wish list we have 15 pieces, right? And as usual, or as in my last video, I will put like a dollar amount to add things up at the bottom here. And yeah, so let's jump right in. In total we have 15 pieces. The first one is absolutely amazing. It's from Boris Pigeon's very main line. It is a J4 outdoor jacket, reversible jacket, fully seam taped, amazing gray colorway. It's resin dyed cotton as a material. It's pretty amazing. And yeah, reversible, right? Gray color, and then it has this like off-white seam taping, which is kind of contrasty, but not too much, so it's pretty cool. And yeah, crazy detailing, looks kind of like dirty and artisanal, but still kind of technical. So I really love that touch. Like Boris is probably the person that manages the crossover between avant-garde and tech wear the best, in my opinion. I mean, just look at this. It's incredible. Yeah, so beautiful jacket. The price has already dropped to $800, which is actually a pretty good deal. Yeah, size large, fits through the size. Maybe I actually have to get this one. Yeah, we'll see. So, as I said, 800 bucks first piece. The second one is also from Boris. I promise this is not gonna be monotone. There's gonna be pieces for everybody in here, but it just happened to be two Boris pieces in a row. So this one is a leather vest bag. Boris makes pretty good vest bags. I've actually had an eye on exactly this one, but made out of cotton, right? Because obviously cotton is a lot cheaper, but also more wearable, I think, right? When the leather is like a bit stiff or like too in your face, I don't know, I feel uncomfortable wearing a vest bag. But yeah, this one is pretty amazing. The hardware is pretty dope as well. It has like those nylon straps, lots of pockets, lots of detailing. Not sure what leather this is. If you guys know, it's probably horse or calf. If you guys know, let me know down in the comments. So the price has dropped to $2,300, which is actually also not a bad deal. I mean, those things are just expensive. The original price the seller asked for was $4,300, which is probably around retail. But yeah, price now at $2,300. Decent price, but obviously still a lot of cash. So the next one is a piece that was just listed on Grailed a couple of days ago. And I immediately like put it to my wish list. And I was thinking about like making an offer, and then it sold. And I wasn't able to find another one. So this is the Arc'teryx Veilance Gore-Tex Stealth Cap. So it's made out of the same Gore-Tex shake dry fabric that I have on my Salomon running rain jacket, right? Which I did a review on, which I'll link somewhere up here. So yeah, the fabric is pretty amazing. It feels super smooth and it's still breathable and everything, and obviously waterproof, windproof. So I absolutely love this hat, and it looks kind of stealthy, so you can like probably wear it like with all sorts of outfits. Like, doesn't have to be like a sporty looking outfit. So yeah, I tried Googling it and finding the cap, but somehow I wasn't able to find one. So if you happen to know where to get one, or if you have one, want to sell it to me, I probably prefer size large as well, right? This is a size large here. Yeah, absolutely amazing cap. This is probably one of my favorite pieces from this list, even though it's one of the cheapest. So hopefully this tells you it's not about the cash or the price. Item number 4, Visvim Christos. I love Christos. I will probably never buy them because they're just too expensive. My alternative is Suicoke. If you haven't seen my video, I never know which side it is. Watch my video on Suicoke if you haven't. But those Christos, I mean, those are the original crazy like leather, cotton, nylon, different material mix, Vibram sole. I also love the like burgundy brown colorway, looks pretty good. If I would get Christos, I would probably get black ones because they would be more versatile. But yeah, the brown color is pretty amazing as well. Seller is asking for $680, which is probably like a decent price, I guess. So moving on, because we have a lot of ground to cover. The next one is Engineered Garments and Uniqlo. Was a pretty cool collaboration in my opinion, but to my knowledge they only released in the US, right? So I never had the chance to get one of those pieces. But here we're looking at the fleece sweater, which is probably my favorite piece from the collaboration overall. Also the color is pretty amazing. And yeah, I mean, seller is asking for 110. which is a bit much, right? I've seen those being sold for like 50 bucks, even like 40 bucks on Grailed. But yeah, pretty dope piece. I would have bought it by now, but I don't know. I don't want to pay like custom taxes for that. And like you have to go to the customs office and like there's such a hassle. And then I don't know. Wasn't worth it to me yet, but it's definitely on the wish list. Next up, we have 2 more pieces from BBS, right? Boris Bitch and Saberi. Those will be the last ones, don't worry. I don't want to be like too monotone and like just promote the same brand. But those 2 pieces are from the same seller, and I've never seen the pieces before, only in like lookbook pics or like runway shows, runway pics. So the first one is Down Coat, which is sleeveless and purple. So both pieces are purple because they're basically from the same look. And the seller said it retailed for 1,900 pounds, which is like, I don't know, $2,300. But to be honest, I've never seen those pieces retail, right? Those are like the crazy layering pieces. If you see my video on layering, I mentioned those kind of looks. But I've never seen those in like retail stores, which is why I included this. And I mean, obviously it's purple, like it's not really wearable. Or, I mean, it is wearable, but I would feel kind of weird wearing this one. But I don't know. It's just a rare piece, which I wanted to include in the list. Seller's asking for $1,000, which considering the retail price is pretty decent, but still obviously a lot. And if you buy this one, you obviously need the next piece as well, which is the BBS Vest Cape, size large, brand new. And same story here, it's purple. It's from the runway look. I've never seen those in retail shops before. But yeah, so I think if you buy one of those, you need to buy the other one as well to combine it, to layer and stuff. Pretty dope look. I would obviously never buy it because it's too expensive and not really wearable in my opinion, or you could wear it like twice a year. Obviously the purple color is pretty dope, but I mean, if it was black or like a grayish kind of tone, it would be a different story. Yeah, so for the second piece, for the Vest Cape, seller is asking for $1,000 as well, which again seemed to be fair. If you need both, you're gonna pay 2K, which is obviously a lot of cash. But great layering piece. Speaking of expensive items, I mean, this is my wish list, right? CCP Combat Boots from the In-Between collection. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of the In-Between collection, but I don't know, man, those combat boots. Like, combat boots have been around forever, right? Everybody has their interpretation of combat boots. This is just a sick interpretation of a classic model. And this is it's so difficult to do, right? You have like a model or like a piece that has been around for ages and everybody puts their spin on it. And it's so, like, if a piece is a classic, right, you always want to like stick to the DNA, but you also want to put your personal touch to it. So it's kind of a big challenge for designers. But I mean, just look at this. Are you kidding me? Yeah, beautiful horse leather, stacked sole, incredible combat boots. Seller's asking for $1,700, which is a fair price. Yeah, absolutely beautiful pair. So next up, we're gonna move into Kapital. Actually, 2 Keel Vests are on the list. This is my Kapital Grail, the nylon Keel Vest in black. I mean, it's such a versatile piece. It's warm, it's unique. It has like different DNAs. Like, it feels like there's obviously a tech element with the nylon material, but then also like the Americana vibes, and I don't know, it's such an amazing piece. I've always been a fan of the Keel Vest, but I think this black one here is probably my favorite of all times. So seller is asking for $1,600, which, I mean, it's a lot of cash for a vest, but it's a fair price. I don't know what retail is, like 25, 27, 2,800, something like that. Really depends on what shop you're looking at. And the next item is another Keel Vest, size 2, which is too small for me. But yeah, another beautiful piece. I don't love those Keel Vests. Seller's asking for $1,850. Again, kind of a fair price, but it's just like, it's like 2K for a down vest. I don't know. It's kind of hard for me to like wrap my head around, but I mean, it must be expensive like to produce it, right? With the pattern and stuff. Yeah, and it looks incredible. So the black one and the green one, like, those are probably my favorite ones. I know lots of people love the bandana one. It's a bit too loud for me. I probably prefer like the plain look of the green one or the black one. One day I'm gonna get one of those. So those were the first 10 items on my Grailed wish list. We have 5 more to cover. Next one is from Greg Lauren, right? First appearance from Greg on this list. A size 4 down kimono jacket. It's pretty amazing as well. Seller's asking for 2,600, which, I mean, yeah, I doubt people are gonna buy it for that price on Grailed, right? Even though it's new, never worn. Greg usually like has insane retail prices, but then on a secondary market, like the prices tend to be more humane. But yeah, this is definitely a beautiful piece. If this will ever drop a lot in price, I will probably put an offer in. But yeah, for now, 2,600 seems a bit steep for me. So our next piece is Acronym J36-GT. Now this item has a pretty cool description. I won't read everything. I'll list it down below so you can read it yourself, but it basically says that it's like a combination of the old styles and new techniques. Yeah, pretty dope jacket in my opinion. Combination of like green, black from spring summer 2014. Wow, okay. Lots of crazy details, obviously crazy material as well. Seller's asking for 5K, right, which seems a lot like all those like techwear Acronym hats. Let me know that in the comments if that's a fair price. I mean the color, I mean yeah, craftsmanship is incredible. Material, everything is perfectly executed, but still 5K. Whew. So moving on to the next one, Visvim Down Vest. Seems like the prices increase from item to item, right? This one is 7,500 bucks. This is crazy. I mean, this is my wish list, right? It's not like a realistic list that I would buy everything from here. It's just like items that I see that I absolutely love and that I either don't get because they're too expensive or they're not available in my size or whatever reason. So let a man dream, let a man dream. Beautiful vest anyway, size 2 would be too small anyway and a bit too expensive as well. But yeah, I mean this vest is just bonkers. It would be cool if Grailed had like a virtual reality kind of program, right, where you can try stuff on. That would be fun, a fun video to do as well. Anyway, moving on. Such a beautiful piece and I can't stare at it all day. So the next one is pretty cool techwear item as well from the North Face and Junya Watanabe. It's called the Nylon Cordura backpack jacket. So it's basically a jacket that has an integrated backpack, which is pretty dope. Size small, which obviously is too small for me. Made in Japan. Crazy technical piece, detailed, lovely Cordura material. Retailed for $29.60 according to the seller, and he's asking for $2,400, which I mean, yeah, is obviously a lot of cash, but those pieces are really hard to get, and I think somebody's gonna pay that, I think. But yeah, awesome piece, made in Japan, obviously always a good sign. And now moving on to the last one is a coat from Deepti, just called the Cuban Fabric Airlock Zip Parka coat. So Cube is basically made out of Dyneema, right? So Dyneema used to be called Cuban Fiber, and then they rebranded to Dyneema. This is an older piece, so it's still called like Cuban Fabric Airlock Zip Parka coat. Crazy, crazy piece. I mean, it must be loud, right? Because Dyneema is always like a bit... Dyneema is a bit loud, right? It must be interesting to have a jacket made out of it or a coat. But yeah, looks absolutely dope. Obviously windproof, waterproof, ultra lightweight. And also a dope crossover between like techwear, a technical fabric, and a true avant-garde designer by Deepti. So pretty dope coat in my opinion. Seller's asking for $25.92, but yeah, awesome piece. I definitely won't buy it because it's just too expensive for a Dyneema coat, I think. But yeah, nonetheless, pretty dope piece. So in total, that was my Grailed wish list. In total, we're looking at $30,802 for 15 different pieces. Right, I'll list all of them below so you can check them out yourself if you're interested in buying any of those. Yeah, what should I say? I mean, obviously this is my wish list, as I said, right? Doesn't mean that I'm gonna like spend the money on those kind of pieces, but I've just stumbled upon this. I spent a lot of time on Grailed, right? Just like browsing through stuff, like obviously looking for pieces that I want to buy, but also like just to get inspired and stuff. So I don't know, I usually like put random stuff on my wish list, and it's kind of fun to do those videos every, I don't know, 6 months maybe. So do like 2 videos a year. Always good fun. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, smash the like button down below, right? Subscribe to the channel. New videos every Sunday, 6 p.m. German time. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Cheers.